In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to pick the best slot machine for you. And we're going to be doing a lot in this episode today. We're going to break this down into 3 different categories. The first category is going to be what to do with a $100 budget. We're going to start low budget. And then the next category is going to be a $500 budget, and we're going to round it out by doing a high limit budget. So a lot going on in today's video. Not only am I going to be showing you which is going to be the best game to pick and how you can go about doing this, but we're also going to be playing the games as well. If you are new here, my name is Brantley. I am a slot tech. I've been doing this for a very long time, and on this channel, we educate you guys on different methods that you can use to help improve your slot play and better your chances in the casino. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It's the same thing as following someone on Facebook. And if you're new here, please do check out the video library for a lot more different tips and other episodes. So let's get started with our step number 1, which is always walk around the casino. And remember, we're starting with that $100 budget, and the budget is going to get bigger as we go along. All right, guys, so let's get started with that $100 budget. And remember, we're going to be doing a lot in this episode today. So for each of the categories, for each of the budget categories, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 different games: a low volatile game, a middle range volatile game, and a high volatile game. But there is something very important to keep in mind. Always remember that the volatility goes in tandem with your budget. The smaller budget that you're working with, almost any game is going to feel very high in volatility. So I'm going to showcase games that are in that category of volatility depending on the budget that you're working with. First things first, good game that we're going to start with is Triple Red Hot Sevens. Now, with budgeting, I do want to go over our 1% rule really quick. So the 1% rule, if you are new here, is the bet amount shouldn't exceed the budget that you have. If you are trying to bankroll build, or if you're trying to extend your time in the casino, you want a little bit more time on device, you should really stick with the 1% rule. So we're going to stick with that 1% rule for our $100 budget, which means we want to try to find games that are roughly around a $1 bet. Now, low volatility games, such as this one right here, are going to extend your time in the casino and make your bankroll last a little bit longer. On this game, 50-cent denom, it's a 2-credit game, would be $1 a spin. So this would actually be a really good low volatile option. But we understand that a lot of casinos, especially the newer ones, don't have these classic games. So let's find a more middle range volatile game that fits our budget. Okay guys, let's check out a little more of a mid-range volatility option for a $100 budget. This game is pretty common in casinos. Now, in general, for most budgets, this game is considered on the lower end of the volatility scale. But remember, volatility goes in tandem with your budget. The smaller budget that you're working with, the more higher in volatility it's going to feel for you during your gameplay experience. So Twin Win would be another good option. Now, we just want to make sure, again, we want to try to stick around that $1 bet. So on this one, we could do a 10 credit, not 10 multiplier bet, not 10 credit. 10 multiplier bet would be $1.50 a spin. So it's just 50 cents more expensive for a game like Twin Win. So this would be a good middle of the road option if, say, your casino doesn't have many classic games, or you're looking for something with a little bit more excitement. A lot of times people don't really like the classic games too much because they can sometimes feel a little boring. It is going to be a little more expensive, but it does still fit in line with that $100 budget. Now let's say you want something a little more exciting, maybe something with progressives and bonuses. Let's go take a look at that higher volatile option for a $100 budget. All right, so let's take a look at a higher volatile option for a lower bankroll. Rake and Bacon is actually a pretty good choice. There is something that I do want to point out about this game. So maybe you do want some more higher excitement. You want some progressives, you want some bonuses, you want some options. Rake and Bacon is going to be a good choice for that. But again, we want to try to stick around that $1 bet, especially if you're working with a smaller budget. Now, on this one, the closest we could get, we could do the minimum, which would be 88 cents, or we could go up to $1.76. Now on this one thing that I do want you to notice, the first one, the low volatile option, $1 was the maximum bet. On the middle option, the Twin Win, about $1.50, that was middle of the road. Now, if you want to play around that same, $1.76 would only be a multiplier of 2. So as you can see, we're spending more, but you're getting a little bit less back in that multiplier. Again, this has a lot to do with the progressives and the bonuses and stuff like that. So I just wanted to show you guys 3 different options of what your casino might have if you're looking for a game with a low budget. Now, let's do the exciting part. Let's pick what game is going to be the best for a $100 budget. Let's sit down and let's play it. All right, guys, so what is the best option for a $100 budget? We're going to do the lowest volatile option, which is going to be our triple red hot. So we got our $100 here. We're going to go ahead, we're going to put that $100 bill into the machine. We're going to play max bet on 50 cents. So that is our 1% rule, sticking right around $1. And throughout this, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and advice on what does a low volatility slot mean? What are its features? What is that all about? Well, for starters, we can tell it's low volatility because it's very simple. It's very straightforward. Right away, before we even start playing the game, we know that our budget, it's going to maintain. So we're going to pretty much, we'll be getting a little bit of our bets back here and there, so on and so forth. But again, if you're working with a lower budget, it is very important and critical to try to stick to that 1% rule. The higher budget that you have, maybe not so much, you can deviate from it a little bit, but if you've got a low budget, your goal should be obviously entertainment first, trying to maintain yourself, extend your time in the casino, and of course build up that bankroll. So let's see what we can turn $100 into. We've got $100 loaded up into the game here, and again, we're sticking with the 1% rule, so we're going to put it on 50 cents. It's going to be 2 credits a spin. Let me zoom out here. 2 credits a spin, so 50 cents. We started with $100. You can see if we put it on dollar, there's 100. So 50 cents. Let's see if we can't get some of those triples. And again, I'll kind of be giving you guys pointers throughout. So obviously with the classic games, a lot of people don't find the classic games very exciting, but as soon as we do start getting some line hits, I'll point out some really important features to remember. Hopefully that comes soon. Oh, triple there would be nice. Man, dead spinning like crazy. So one thing really quick that I do want to reiterate and really hit home, because I think this is a big confusion with a lot of folks. Low volatility does not mean easy win. Okay, it just means it's going to maintain for a longer period of time. It's going to be a more slow and steady. Just keep that in mind with low volatility. You're noticing, obviously, we're down $20, which is not bad. We're down $20 right now out of our 100, but what you'll notice is once we do start getting those line hits, it's going to be much bigger than our bet that we're putting in. At least our bet back or better. That's a feature of a lower volatility game. You go to a higher volatility game, sometimes you're betting like 10 bucks a spin and you get back like 80 cents. That's a more of a higher volatility game feature. Lower volatility, we're betting $1. We're betting $1 a spin. We're gonna get at least $1 back for our line hits, most likely more. All right, so we got our first line hit. We got $5 for that line hit right there. So we're betting $1, we got $5 back. So you see, that's kind of the biggest difference that you have to look at with the volatility. Oh, come on. Triple blue sevens. All right, let's look up at our pay table. So that is $75. We're at a profit. So that's kind of that feature of that lower volatility game. is you might not get as many line hits. Let's just be honest. You're probably not gonna get as many line hits with those classic low volatility games, but when you do, they are going to be better. We put $100 in here. We are now at $150. So we're almost to a double up point when you think about it. So evaluation time, and this is going to be really important, especially if you're working with a lower budget, is learning to stop and pause and evaluate. Even if you decide to continue playing, you at least want to set yourself a point where you're like, okay, you know what, I got myself a really good win. What do I want to do? Do I want to continue on? And if I do want to continue on, where is my stopping point going to be? This is a critical thing that trips up most slot players. So let's set our stopping point at $100. So that's what we started with. But we got a $50 profit already, which is pretty nice. All right, we will take that. So we're gonna say our stopping point is gonna be 100 or 200, whichever comes first. Oh, another triple blue 7 would be nice. Oh, I thought I almost called it into existence. Hey, but we'll take that. And again, guys, we're only betting $1 a spin, so our budget is stretching. We're making it last. We're back up over our 150. Again, all right, another $5. $5 on a $1 bet is a pretty good return. All right, let's see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get ourselves something good before we get to that 150 point again. How about 3 triples? That'd be pretty nice. Oh man, hoping for a triple. There we go. Hey, right at the 150 mark. I want you to notice something that's really big and important with low volatility games. You notice, if you've been paying attention down here in the credit window, we're pretty much hovering. We're hovering right around. Might not be exciting to most, but again, if you're trying to build points, if you're trying to make your time last longer in the casino, or if you're trying to build a bankroll, these are ultimately going to be your best option. But always remember, it is still a slot machine, no matter what slot machine you play. Whether it is the best slot machine or the worst slot machine, no matter what slot machine you play, you can still lose on it. So it doesn't work every time if you're trying to double up or do a bankroll build. It doesn't work all the time. Triple. All right, we're maintaining. We're at 161 right now. We're actually pretty dang close. A couple more good hits, we could be at 200. Ooh, man, that'd be nice. Let's get one more triple combo. Triple? No, but we'll take that. Again, you see we're hovering. So I'm reevaluating as I go, and I'm looking at the time. I'm looking at the time that we've spent on device already, and we've been playing this game now about 8 minutes or so, and we've made a profit, and we're still hovering right around that profit. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this down to 150, so we leave with a $50 profit. And hey, guys, if you start with $100, a $50 profit is pretty dang good. So keep that into perspective, keep that in mind. All right, last spin. Oh man, too bad we didn't have that. Anyway, we're gonna cash out. We played this game for about 8 minutes or so, and really made it last. Oh, that's loud. So we played this game for about 8 minutes or so. We made our money last, and I hope you guys are able to see, especially, I can't stress this enough, if you're working with a low budget, your focus should just be on maintaining, having fun, doing what you enjoy, but try to make your money last. Try to double up. Hey, a $50 profit on $100 is not bad. So now that we've kind of shown some different options of a $100 budget, let's talk about what if you have a little bit bigger of a budget, that $500 budget. All right, guys, so we were able to tackle the low budget section. So if you are working with $100, we were able to tackle that. But now let's tackle working with $500. So maybe you have a little bit bigger of a budget. What is going to be a good game to play with $500? Well, again, we do kind of want to stick to that 1% rule because $500 might seem like it's a pretty good budget, but it can actually go by pretty quick. So we want to try to keep our bet amounts on this around $5 a spin. Let's start with the lowest volatile option that we can find, red, white, and blue. Now, here's the thing about this game. If you look at the pay table, it's relatively even, with the exception of the top line payout, which means that it's perfectly all right to play 1 credit on this. You don't have to play max. So we could do a $5 game and just play a single credit. That would put us right in line with that $5 bet, and it would be the lowest volatile option. So good game to play on a $500 budget. Let's go take a look at something again. Maybe your casino doesn't have games like this. Let's go take a look at something with a little bit more risk that would also be a good fit for a $500 budget. All right, guys, so middle volatile option with a $500 budget. A really good fit for this would actually be a newer version of Top Dollar, one that has the 5-line configuration. So this one has a 5-line configuration, dollar denom. Now there is an extra credit bet, so you're not playing 5 credits on this, you're actually playing 6. And you want to make sure to really focus on why you're paying for that extra bonus. It's because you get the scatter with the 6 credits. So that's going to be really important to play. So this one is going to be $1 more expensive than that lower volatile option, but it is going to have a bonus. And it's going to have a little bit more excitement to it, and it's going to still be a good fit for a $500 budget. But let's say maybe you're not a fan of those 3 reel games. You want something a little more thrilling. You want something a little more exciting, a little more bonuses, more progressives, whatever it is. Let's go take a look at a higher volatile option that would be good for a $500 budget. All right, guys, so a little bit more exciting of an option. This is gonna be on the higher volatility end, especially with a $500 budget. But the good news about this one is it does have a $5 bet option. This is dollar action. Now, dollar action, you still have the progressives up here, the major and the minor, which are must hits. This one, we can do 5 lines at 1 credit, so a $5 bet on this one. Now, again, remember and keep something in mind, I know I've said this plenty, volatility goes in tandem with your budget. The smaller budget you have, the more volatile it's going to feel. Any Ainsworth is going to be a good choice for around this budget type, especially if you keep with that $5 bet level. So 5 line, 1 credit, it's going to be a pretty good option. It's going to give you a bonus, it's going to give you some progressives, it's going to have a lot of fun and excitement to it. So now, with that being said, let's find out which game is going to be best of those 3 to play with a $500 budget, and let's sit down and let's give it a shot. All right, guys, so we reviewed all of those games for the $500 budget. Let's play that middle of the road option, that middle volatility option, get a little bit more excitement in the game. So that's going to be our double top dollar with a $500 budget. Now this one, we're going to want to try to still stick around that 1% rule, but we are going to have to bet that extra credit on this game to make sure we get that scatter. If you don't bet that extra credit, you're kind of giving up a lot. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. Also, really important on this game in particular, on the new top dollars, always check to make sure, because these are configurable with different lines. You do have the option to hit this change game button right there and select between 5 line or 9 line. Want to make sure that for this budget, you're on the 5 line version. So 5 line, it's going to be $6 a spin with a $500 starting budget. We need top dollar to fall on that reel. Let's see what we can do with our $500 budget, see what we can turn it into. All right, here we go. $6 a spin. On this one, we need top dollar to fall anywhere on that 3rd reel. Oh, I see you hiding up there, top dollar. And again, it is 5 lines on this game. Oh man, just scoot up. There we go. Oh, all right, hey, we'll take that. Oh, come on, top dollar. Oh, double. Oh man, there it was, hiding down there. Ding, ding. 2 credits for a cherry. So that middle of the road volatile option, it's going to be a little more risk for a little more reward. So as you can see, we're not making much off of the line hits. Your goal is really to try to get that bonus. You want to get that bonus, right? So the middle of the road volatile option, it's going to be a little bit higher risk. But if you notice, sticking with around our 1% rule, we're at $434. We started with $500. That's pretty good at maintaining. So it's not as big of a jump as, say, a high volatile game would be. But we really want that top dollar to come out, especially. All right, there we go. More than our bet. Let's go, top dollar. Red 7s. We'll take that. 84 bucks, not bad. Brings us almost back up to our 500. Oh, we need that top dollar to come out there. We haven't had a bonus yet. Come on. All right, come on, top dollar, let's get serious. Oh man, really quickly, I want to give you guys a quick word of advice. I want you to notice something throughout the video that we're doing. With an appropriate budget and picking the games that are appropriate for that budget and picking the bet amount that's appropriate for that budget, you notice we're able to maintain a lot better. That is a huge thing that slot players get wrong, is they go into the casino and they're like, man, I'm just dumping money. I just feel like I'm dumping all this money, because we're not picking the machines and the bet amounts that are appropriate for the budget that you have. And also, guys, really quick reminder, you can adapt all of this to whatever budget that you bring with you. If you bring less than 100 bucks, maybe you only bring 20 bucks, adapt it to that. If you're out there and you bring $20,000, adapt it to that. You can adapt all of these tips. So let's continue on. Let's hope we get a top dollar. Oh, come on, top dollar. All right, we'll take that. Finally, all right, let's make it a good one. All right, come on, top dollar. First offer.
45 credits times 2.
Okay.
90 credits.
90 bucks. That's pretty good. Let's take a look at what the machine says, though. What's it gonna say? It says try again. That answer right there, guys, is the mathematical best answer. It's not always the right answer, but mathematically, it's gonna be the best answer. So we're gonna try again.
Second offer. 35 credits times 2.
Less of an offer,
70
but
credits.
let's see what the machine says. Give it a second. Try again.
Third offer. 85 credits.
85 credits. All right, so that's a little bit better, but let's see. See what the machine says. We're gonna follow the machine's advice on this one. It says try again, okay. We're going all the way, final offer.
credits.
All right,
Times
80
2.
bucks.
80 credits. Boy, you're a winner.
Not our best, but not the worst either. And it brings us back up over our $500 budget. So again, what I mentioned before, we're maintaining. That's the biggest thing. Just maintain your time. So let's evaluate. Let's take this down to, we'll see how it does by 400 bucks. We'll have that be our evaluation point. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a top dollar before then. Maybe some of those red sevens again. Oh, double. Dang it. Double dang it. This game loves to do that. Hey, top dollar. All right. Let's see what we can get. Something bigger than 80
First
bucks.
offer. 15 credits. Times 2. 30 credits.
Definitely trying again on
Second
that.
offer. 95 credits.
95 credits is pretty good. Let's see what the machine says, because that's bigger than what we got offered last time. Well, it says try again. All right.
Third offer.
Let's see if we can do better than 95.
85 credits.
85's okay. But let's go all the way.
Final
offer.
45 credits.
Ugh,
Boy, you're a winner.
man. Should have taken that 95. But I guess it's part of the game, right? 45's better than 0. And hey, we're almost back up to our 500 bucks. We're only down $2. So let's leave it at that $400 evaluation point and continue on. Maybe we'll get lucky and get another top dollar. That's pretty good. 80 bucks brings us up to a profit. All right. So now after that, let's change our evaluation point. Now our evaluation point is going to be 500. So we'll take this to 500, which is what we started with. Come on, let's see a top dollar. All right, there's that. Come on, top dollar before 500, please. All right, let's make this the last spin. Oh, no last spin magic. We're gonna go ahead, we're going to cash that out. Now guys, remember what I said. If you notice, we've been maintaining really, really well during this, during these games here so far. So that's I can't stress it enough. That's critical, guys. It's just maintain yourself. Slow your roll a little bit. Pick games that are appropriate for your budget. So now that we have had a chance to see, we tried low bets. Well, we tried our low denom. We tried with our $100 bets, or our $100 budget. We did a $500 budget. Now let's go take a look at some high risk, high reward. What happens if you've got a big budget, $1,000 plus? All right, guys, so we were able to tackle the low budget. We were able to tackle a $500 budget, but what if you have a bigger budget? Let's say you're coming in and you got a nice bit of cash on you and you're wanting to try to find something that's going to be the best option for if you have a high budget. Guys, we are talking about high limits in this section today. So in this section, we're going to start with what a good low limit option or a good low volatility option would be, a good middle of the road volatility option would be, and the best high volatility option. One thing that I do want to mention, especially about volatility, once you start getting a bigger budget, volatility starts to play a little bit less of a role. There is going to still be volatility, but remember what I always said, volatility goes in tandem with your budget. So the bigger budget you have, you're gonna have a lot more leeway because you're gonna be able to withstand all of those spins. So on this one, we're gonna be talking about $1,000 plus budget. So what would be a good low volatility option? Well, we're coming back to the triple red hot, but this time it's gonna be in the higher denom configuration. So $10 max bet would be 20 bucks a spin. $5 max bet would be 10 bucks a spin. You could do either one of those. Again, as you have a bigger budget, you're gonna have a lot more room to kind of play with on this. So this would be a good low volatile option for a high limit. Let's take a look at that middle road volatile option. Okay guys, continuing on with those high limit games that are gonna be good for higher limit budgets. Middle of the road, really good option is of course my favorite game of pinball in the higher limit configuration. So on this one, we've got a $10 denom. Now you do wanna make sure on this game that you are playing the max credits, which is 3 credits a spin. So on $10, it's gonna be 30 bucks a spin. On $20, it's gonna be 60 bucks a spin. So depending on how much money you're bringing with you and depending on your budget, you might wanna adjust accordingly on that. But this is kind of where you start to get into that jackpot realm. If you get a pinball on 20, most likely it's gonna be a jackpot. On 10, it can also be as well. But pinball is a good middle of the road volatile option. Now let's take a look at a high risk, high reward, would be good for a high limit budget. All right guys, so we have reached the tippy top. If you've got a high limit budget, and again, a high limit budget, and you're wanting to go big, what is gonna be a good high volatile option for you? That is going to be your Dragon Links, your Dragon Caches, your Lightning Links, stuff like that. Guys, I cannot stress enough, these games are really designed and intended for someone with a larger budget. You can still have success at them with lower budgets, but it's very difficult and these games can take your money very quickly. So you want to have that bigger budget to really withstand the swings that these games can give you. But Dragon Caches, Dragon Links, that would be your Autumn Moons, your Genghis Khans, those are going to be really good high volatile options for, again, a higher budget. So let's put all this together and let's find out what game is going to be best for that high limit budget. All right guys, now we are talking high limit. This is going to be high risk, high reward. Now, throughout this video, we have been focusing on the 1% rule, which is your bet amount shouldn't really exceed 1% of your overall bankroll. But in this particular section, we're talking about those of you out there that are working with a bigger budget. So maybe you're not looking to bankroll build. You really just kind of want more risk, more reward kind of deal. So you can go outside of the 1% rule on this. Again, the 1% rule is really intended for those trying to bankroll build, extend their time in the casino, and really, earn points and make their experience just kind of more level and continue on slow and steady, so to speak. So, but for this particular section, we're going high risk, high reward. This also means that we have a very, very high probability chance of just straight out losing all of this cash. So that's what we're going to focus on today. This is the highest volatility or higher volatility for a high budget. Guys, this is Dragon Link Autumn Moon. So let's take a look at those progressives up there. Major's pretty small on this one, 500 bucks, a little over, but we're going to be playing on the $2 denom. And you notice that minor is now 2,500 and the mini is 500. Now, on this $2 denom on this particular game, the bet amounts go all the way up to $50 a spin. And we're gonna play it on that $50 a spin. Now remember what I've said in previous videos, and if you're new here, this will be new information to you guys, on your Dragon Links, your Lightning Links, your Locket Links, Dragon Cash, stuff like that. The higher your bet multiplier goes, so these options down here, the higher your bet multiplier goes, the more chances you have of getting the words, so to speak, to come out. That would be your minis, your minors, and that major. And I do apologize if the camera's a little shaky. This chair is fixed in place, so it's kind of difficult to have the tripod here, so I'm gonna do my best, bear with me. So we've got this one on here. We've got $2,500 loaded up into the game here. And we are going to try some $50 bets, so 50 bucks a spin. On Autumn Moon, we need 3 of those moons, or of course, 6 of those fireballs. Me personally, I like the moons bonus the best because you can get the full screen Autumn. It just makes it a lot more exciting. So max bet, $2 denom, 6 of those fireballs, or 3 of those moons. High risk, high reward. This could go by quickly. Let's go. Ooh, there's 2, and those are our moons right there, so 3 of those. I like the moons bonus personally the best. And of course, our autumns are wild. All right, we get our bet back for 3 kings. Ooh, moons. Just 1 moon. Ooh, 2 moons. Now let's get 3. It is only a 5-line game on this version. Oh, come on, Autumn. Let's see a bonus. Come on. First moon, second moon. All right, 50 bucks back for that. Come on, moons, come out for us. 3 moons. Oh, there's that major. We got the major. All right. So we got the major jackpot for $507. It's a pretty low major, but this has the opportunity to be pretty dang big. And again, guys, that higher bet multiplier is going to lead to more words coming out. So in this particular situation, a minor is going to be best. So blue word, a minor, because that's 2,500 bucks. But right now we're pretty dang close to a jackpot. So let's see what we get. Big numbers. All right, that's a small one. We need some big ones. Oh, all tiny numbers. We need big numbers. Come on. Big number. Mini or major or minor. We already got the major. Hey, free spin's complete, but not a bad bonus. Don't think it's going to be a jackpot, but we'll see. See what we got. So we got that major. Now let's add up everything else. $600. It is right under the line of a hand pay, which is really, really nice. $1,107. Not a bad win. And it's going to print us out a ticket because it goes over the machine limit. So we're going to get a ticket for that bonus for that 1,107, and we're going to hold that aside because, you know, we put 2,500 in. So hopefully we can have that happen again. We're going to continue on. Fingers crossed. Let's go Autumn. Let's get those moons now. Oh, or 3 more. Mini's 500. One more. So in the moon bonus, you have the opportunity to get the full screen of Autumn, and that is very, very valuable, especially at high limits. So we're going to continue on, see how we do, see if we can't get lucky, get ourselves another bonus. Ooh, that'd be a good one. Ooh, 3 balls short and 1 moon short. Oh, there's another major. 3 more. Could have gotten the major a second time. That'd be pretty cool, get 2 majors. Obviously the major on this one was a little low, but that's okay. Ooh, that's a good start. Not a good finish. All right, that's pretty good, 150 bucks, we'll take that. $70, not bad. So throughout the video today, we've been focusing on maintaining and going kind of slow and steady. And that's what you want to do when you're working with lower budgets. But if you're working with a higher budget, that might not be as important to you. So, because I know a lot of people, especially that are working with the higher budgets, they want that big risk, big reward factor. That speaker is really loud, that are reward points. I want to get a really big school of numbers. That'd be nice. Or 3 of those moons. All right, come on. Let's see a minor. Minor come out, come on. Oh, another major. You notice the major's coming out quite a bit. That's because of our bet multiplier, because our bet multiplier is higher. We do still have that ticket behind, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play this down, see if we can get another bonus, but we're keeping that ticket with us. Hopefully we get those moons come out. Or another hold and spin would be nice too. Some 5 of a kinds, something. Sounded nice. 4 of a kind kings is 200 bucks. That's not bad. 3 more? No. No such luck. 1 more moon. Shoot. Not getting those moons yet though. Be nice if we got the moons. Ooh, I saw a little flash of blue go by. Oh, come on, 3 more. Nope. There's that major again. It's coming out a lot. Obviously, we already got it, so it already reset. All right, so we're down to 300 bucks. Not too much more spins to go. Hopefully we get a last minute save, last minute bonus on Autumn here. All right, 2 more spins, 3 more spins actually. All right, that's good. Rabbits are our best symbol on this one, next to Autumn. Ooh, $2,500 ball. That'd be nice to get the bonus with that. All right, final spin on Autumn. Here we go. And now we get to choose our dragon, so we're gonna do that. 1 in 5 chance. No such luck. But hey, you know what? We did get a bonus. We had a pretty good run. We got a $1,107 bonus, which isn't bad. So that was kind of a little demonstration of the higher volatility. So let's go to a quick wrap up and put this all together. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you were kind of able to put all of this together. Again, we looked at a lot of different games that would be good for 3 different types of budgets: a low budget, a $500 budget, which is actually an average budget, and then of course that higher limit budget. So I hope you guys were able to kind of notice a little bit. You notice that lower budget, the lower volatility. We lasted quite a long time. Same, we did pretty good on that middle of the road, the medium volatility game, working with the slightly bigger budget. And on our higher budget, on Autumn Moon, we did get a bonus. It actually wasn't too good of a bonus for a $50 bet, but we did get that major to drop. We did get a bonus on it. So I hope you guys were able to kind of see and piece together. There's a lot of factors when playing slots, but the biggest factors to always remember is always, always, always play within your budget, play within your means, number 1. And number 2 is make sure that you're picking the games that are appropriate for the budget amounts that you bring with you to the casino. And take your time. If you're working with a lower budget, slow roll it for a while. Take your time. Use that 1% rule. If you're working with a higher budget, obviously you've got more room to have fun, but you still want to be careful and still want to be a little more reserved on it. So anyway, guys, I hope you were able to learn something today. Again, please do like this video, and also please do subscribe to the channel. Same thing as following someone on Facebook. And check out the video library, because there are a ton more episodes in there about learning about slots, learning about how all these things work from actual technical information, not just guesses. Anyway, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more slot tips. It's always free. Visit ropethejackpot.com for free guides and a whole lot more. Catch you on the next episode.